animes of back in the day were, but like let's talk about recent stuff. So my top trash anime recently is an anime that I watched from start to finish. So I committed to the atrocity, and that is Rising of Shield Hero.
Whoa, Sai.
Yeah. I had so much. Listen, I posted a video about this on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, on YouTube, and so many people got angry at me. It is literally the most controversial opinion I ever had. So let's break this down as to why I believe that this is a trash.
Sai's gonna cry.
Yeah. No, I'm here to make you cry. I'm here to like make you psychoanalyze yourself and realize that you probably need to go to therapy. I'm just like, this is me, okay?
Yeah, hello! Welcome to the OtakuIRL podcast. I am Hello Marc.
I'm Hello Sai.
I'm hello Rin.
And I'm Stella. What's the hello thing? What is this hello thing?
If you ever,
It is our club greeting.
Yeah, it's our club greeting, basically. But like, that's from
Otaku.
Marc wanted to hello.
Yeah. Oh, and
Makes you feel like you guys are in a secret club.
But yeah, welcome to the Otaku IRL podcast, and we have again Stella.
Hello.
She's graced us with her presence again. I don't know why, but Eddy isn't here, but it's fine. Eddy will probably be in the next episode. Now, if you guys want to know, I know it's been about 3 weeks. It's been about 3 weeks, right? Since we posted our last episode?
More or less.
Totally forgot. But, yeah, shows how much I keep up with stuff, right? But we are finally doing video, if you guys noticed. And it's episode 19. So, we started doing video. It took a minute. And we finally are, trying some new stuff. We have a studio ready. We're going to do some extra episodes for our Patreon. Just wanted to give a shout out again to our newest Patreon, Jonathan Ortega. Thank you again for giving us the love.
Yeah, man. I mean, first patron. I think it was one of our first fans that also left a review as well.
Yeah, they left a review. We also had another review as well. 5 stars. Love it. But yeah. How have you been, Stella?
I've been good. I've been busy doing cosplay content. I guess recently, most notably, I made the KDA All Out cosplay.
Yeah, so beautiful.
So good.
you.
I also saw you make the Viper cosplay for Rey, for Valkyrie.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, dude, I'm so excited. I hope she gets
so
some photos
clean.
of it. Yeah, I really enjoyed making it. It was a very complicated build. She wanted it to be like to the nines. She's like, yo, don't skimp. Just make it really good. I'm like, yo, you want LEDs? I got you. You want buttons that turn things on and off? I got you. So, yeah, it was really, really cool to be making that for her. And I think she's been bitten by the cosplay bugs because she immediately was what can we do next? I'm like, yo, girl, let me know. I'll make it. So
that's what's so.
Yeah.
How did you get the vial to stick onto the belt? Did you use a magnet?
Yeah, that's magnets. I work with magnets a lot because it's invisible and it's, no straps. So it's really like this cool, neat trick that I like to use.
Yeah, it looked really clean because like in the game, there's no straps or anything right there for the vial. And I was like, how?
Yeah,
because if it's detachable, it has to be a magnet or something,
right? Yeah, so that's me in cosplay. I'm always trying to like kind of problem solve some of the ridiculous things that don't make sense. And it's for like the KDA she has like this weird crystal sleeve thing on her shoulder, and I had like less than 24 hours to figure out exactly how to build that, and then I had like 5 days of the deadline. So I just quickly threw together a 3D model and printed it on my resin printer, and it came out way better than I expected. So,
there we go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey.
I've also been baking. I made
Yeah,
an
I've
Among
seen
Us
that.
You do a
cake.
ton
Oh my
of
god,
baking
I've been
streams.
watching your baking streams.
Stella's
for like-
baking
Thank
streams.
you.
You made a bunch of Among Us cookies too before. I
Yeah,
think.
dude,
They were
it's been
cute.
fun. I want to make so much Among Us food. Because it's just been like my biggest inspiration lately. I think it's because the shapes are so like simple and cute, and I just want to do so much with it. So yeah, look forward to more
Yeah.
Among Us themed food.
There we go.
I always loved the little dumb sticky note in Among Us.
Yeah, me too. The little
Mhm.
sticky note that's up here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yo.
me and my friend group, we always do this thing where it's like, whoever is the one that screws up first and like votes off just a normal crewmate, we make them do the dumb sticky note for the next round.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, let's start getting into news. What do you say, guys?
I say go for it. Let's do
All
it.
right, let's do it. Yes. Right
Oh man,
there.
this
Okay.
worries me.
Yeah, this is really big news.
Oh,
Yep. So
Yeah.
first off in news, we have Sony to buy Crunchyroll for over 957 million, or close to pretty much a billion,
Yeah,
billion.
close to $1 billion.
or even
trillion.
1.5 billion.
I don't know
Who
how I
knows?
feel about that.
You don't know how you feel about it?
Mm.
Well, they were originally
Sony-
owned by AT&T.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
AT&T let them pretty
and that's
much
why
do
they're
what
on
they wanted.
HBO Max as well.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll?
So
Yeah.
if you don't know,
Oh.
there's archive things on HBO Max from Crunchyroll that you can see right now. Of course, it's not the whole Crunchyroll lineup, but it's a good amount, and
It's a lot.
yeah. But the one cool thing that I'm excited for, if this Sony deal happens, Aniplex is under Sony.
Oh,
That is
yeah,
true.
that's true. So it'll just like be on more than just Funimation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like
Mhm.
a lot of the stuff that I'm excited for, one of the animes I love the most is Seikano. Seikano is only available on Amazon. If you go off of like the second season, you can only see it on
Mhm.
Amazon. It can come to Crunchyroll, and then home video versions, like in Blu-rays and stuff for OVAs and stuff, will be transferred over to Crunchyroll as well, which is something that High
Yay.
Dive has over Crunchyroll right now.
That is
I'm
true.
really excited for this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
know,
then there
right?
is the fact that Crunchyroll will now have an extra $1 billion to throw into licensing.
Yes.
Yeah.
More than webtoons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be cool. I mean, to be honest with you, webtoons are like the best thing to happen to original stories since ever.
Yes.
So
I agree. I 100% agree.
yeah, so I'm really excited for this because Japan's been struggling overall with budgeting, and companies like Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon are coming in with like that big American dollar and saying, hey, you know that budget you had for that episode, we're gonna double it. So this is actually going to be really great for that, and hopefully we're going to be able to see much better quality and more titles and more like artistic anime coming out, just because like, you know, because of trends and budgeting and all that kind of stuff, like anime in the last few years has been like plateauing in quality. And
Yeah.
it's not like, you know, like remember back in like the good old days of the 90s where artists could really kind of go above and beyond like
Yeah, there was like no
weird
regulations on
animation
certain
types.
things,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes,
and so that's when like
absolutely.
a lot of like the biggest tropes in animation styles started coming out was in like the 80s and 90s, and that's because it was like the bubble of like making that anime money. And so now hopefully this will kind of like rebirth that new thing. I mean, we started seeing it with some of the Crunchyroll funded shows, like God of High School. Like there's some stuff that happens in the way that they animate that like you do not
Oh, yeah, yeah.
see in
The
any
mocap
other.
And there's this art
Absolutely.
style, like the art style, especially with the faces, like how,
Mhm.
because it is the first one I've seen that has like that reddish nose on all the characters.
Oh, so yeah, they have the
and
reddish
that
nose.
like special, like blush
Yeah.
that they have as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's on the top of their ears too, like every relevant
Yeah.
character.
Yes.
I call it cauliflower ears. I'm not a big fan of the ear style, but you know, it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's
a
cool that
style.
they you know, I really like
I like
their
the
fight
pink.
scenes in God of High School for sure, because they really take into account like real martial arts and not just like fake anime
Yeah,
martial
yeah.
arts where they're moving really
Eddie-
fast.
Eddie and I were talking about that the other day too.
Yeah.
They actually brought someone in to study martial arts and take it from like all these different places to add all
Yep.
of that into the show,
Yeah.
which took
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll be able to see more things like that. I hope that it also bridge, because Crunchyroll did stuff with webtoons, which is all Korean. Like this will bridge stories from like different countries. American, Korean, Chinese,
Yeah.
others like Asian countries like together. That'd be so cool.
Yeah,
well,
it would
we've
be
been
definitely good.
Yeah.
We've been seeing a lot more manhwa being turned into anime lately, so
Yeah.
But
I'm-
really
Crunchyroll,
exciting.
Yeah, Crunchyroll being bought by Sony though, this is a big thing for me because that means also I'll say this right now too. The after the Demon Slayer or Kimetsu no Yaiba's new Mugen Train or what was it? 1,000-Year Train or something?
Infinity Train.
Infinity Train, that's it.
Infinity Train.
If after the release of it like in North America for theaters, maybe like 3 months or 4 months after, we can finally get it on Crunchyroll because of these kind of deals, because it's still under Sony as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
And
a
I
good,
mean-
it's a good thing. I really want this to happen, basically, is what I'm saying.
And I mean, like, just the fact that in America, like, there's been a boom of people getting into anime,
Mhm.
which is, it's funny because, like, me being kind of older,
Yeah.
it's like all these people that are getting into anime now, they're the kind of people that,
Yeah, we
like,
talked about
made fun
that.
of me.
Yeah.
And now they're funding all these studios and everything. And, like,
I think it
I
goes
don't
for
know.
all of us weebs and otakus, like in general, because like I've watched anime since 2004 myself, and I've been watching it for a long time in secret. So I mean, like it's
Yeah.
just it's a lot of us have been through that. It's just that it's more prevalent and more like, I guess, trending.
Yeah, well, thanks to companies like Netflix, to be honest with you, that makes it more accessible to
Yeah.
general audiences and introducing it to people at a younger age. Because, like, for our generation, we got introduced with Saturday morning cartoons and Toonami and Adult Swim, which is great. But, like, nowadays, no one's watching television. They're all doing it through streaming services. And so having it
they really
available...
are.
Yeah, for more people to watch. Like if Sony overhauls Crunchyroll's like entire UI and makes a better like PlayStation app, like Xbox app, like all that kind of stuff, a better mobile app, it'll
even
make it
think
so
of
that more
that.
people will watch it. Yeah, I am
I
a
didn't even think of that.
PlayStation.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm PlayStation 4 Crunchyroll viewer. I don't really watch anime on my desktop anymore. I mainly do it in front of my couch.
Yeah.
And so when the system doesn't work, it really frustrates me and makes me not want to watch it.
I
I
didn't
can
even
see
think
that.
about that. Like,
I have a PlayStation 4
speaking
myself.
of like the actual like the background of like using like any type of quality control for like say the apps and all that. If
Mhm.
Sony does give enough money, there could be more regulation in taking care of the apps itself for like each and every one of the
Hopefully.
platforms, so that it doesn't
To
crash.
be honest
it
with
and
you,
cause
all
issues.
of the anime apps out there are struggling.
Yeah,
They're bad.
Funimation
Oh my
is
goodness.
terrible.
Funimation on mobile used to be the worst
yeah.
like piece of shit
Mhm.
I've ever used.
I only go off
because
the website
It was
now.
it was so bad to the point that like whenever I didn't have the like Crunchyroll Premium,
Yep.
it was so bad to the point that I couldn't actually click any pieces of the UI after I saw a commercial.
Yeah.
And it was a bug that frequently happened. And so like say my subtitles went off, it wouldn't matter if I went to a different show or different anything. I couldn't click any of the buttons in the UI, and it
Yeah.
frustrated me so much.
Well, if anything, let's move on. Yeah, get some time. All right, so let's head over to the next story. Because we got like 8 more stories to go by.
I actually made a post about this one. Mind if I take over?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, so the way of the
husband.
house husband cooks up, and so it's a Netflix anime series slotted for 2021. And do you guys know that comic strip that kind of went around that showed the Yakuza guy walking his dog with the other Yakuza guy
I read
walking
the
his
manga
dog?
for this.
Okay.
And then like both of them
And
were
then
like, "Yo,
they
you
meet
got
each
a
other?
good dog over there. Mind if I pet him?"
Exactly.
Dog.
And then they go to the dog park right after, but it looks like they're taking the dude to like dye like some concrete shoes or whatever as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really, really well written, and it's hilarious and
It's so
excellently
funny.
drawn.
Yes.
Yeah, I've
it's
been
great.
waiting
really
for this
well
to be
drawn.
turned into an anime. It's a really great series,
You
and
know what's
probably one of the best like comedy series that's come out lately.
You know what's
Mhm.
funny about this? About I think it was like a month or two ago, right? We actually said something about this on our news about like a play being done about it, and then there was no anime announced, but everybody was like, "What? It's a play? Not there's no anime."
Yeah.
And then they finally announced it for Netflix, and that's the thing. So Netflix has apparently got a deal with a whole bunch of animes that's related to this kind of stuff.
Dope. I'm
So
excited.
Yeah,
this is one of them.
They've got a lot going on right now.
yeah, so this is gonna be great. It's slated for 2021. There's no actual release date yet. The cover for it, as you guys can see now, you can see on video. It looks
Yeah.
great.
I love how they drew him up. Like this right here is what I need from every other like anime manga adaptation. Like it looks so good.
Now
he looks
I
a
will,
little scary.
I will have
That's
to
the whole
say
point. I love it. I
there
love it
is
so
that
much.
little hint, and I'm going to say this right now, Ren, so that you know. There's a little hint of that CGI kind of like style shading and stuff.
Like cell shading. Are you talking
you
about?
think they might do that?
I mean, if it's like
There's
Akadu-
evidence of it. I can
Okay.
see it.
if it's like Akaduma Drive, I'm okay with it.
Akudama. Okay.
Yeah, Akadama did like a really good job because they did a huge amount
Yeah,
of
I agree.
CGI. I think on Courier's bike,
Yeah.
and
Well, they
it still
have
looks good.
they have CGI mixed in with like literally every single one of the characters.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you
kinda
can
like-
see it in the way that they're the way
It's
that
kinda
they
like Vinland
move
Saga
and the way
does
that
it.
their eyes like
It's
when they
it's kind of like
focus on
how
their-
Kimetsu no Yaiba did it, right?
It's more like Vinland Saga, how they did it, where
Yeah,
where
I
it's
was
really
asking Rin, 'cause
seamless.
Rin's really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was asking Rin. Is it like how Kimetsu no Yaiba did it?
Kimetsu no Yaiba wasn't really CG. Like, well, not 3D, was it?
Oh, it had some CG parts.
Kimetsu no Yaiba used a lot of CG for their walking and animations.
Yeah, but
Oh,
like I
I
said, I
see
would
what you
say
mean.
Vinland Saga is the closest thing to it,
Hmm.
because Vinland Saga is a seamless transition between animation and CGI, and you don't notice it at all. Like you don't notice it. If you ever seen Vinland Saga, it was one of the best of 2019. It was actually almost won. No, it did
very
win.
intense.
It did win Anime of the Year last year, I think.
I would say that I'm actually wanting anime to start looking more like stuff like Genshin Impact and Ruby, because that is
Mhm.
like unapologetically this is 3D, but we're committing to it, and it looks a very
Breath of the
specific way.
Wild
We're
look?
not trying to look like they're not trying to make it look 2D. They definitely have it as 3D. I think that if some studios would start like tackling that, that'd be great, because I love the way Ruby looks. I love the way Genshin Impact looks. So it would be pretty cool to get some stuff like that.
Right. But yeah, there we go. We have that coming for us. Next one is High Rise Invasion survival horror manga gets an anime series in February 2021. So this is going to be spring 2021 anime. So, just to let you guys know, like this, I saw the PV for this. Holy shit. Wow. If you guys haven't seen the PV for this yet, it's something else. It has murder. Like it has murder. It has somebody like literally running towards like the main characters with like axes, chainsaws, shit like that.
Can you play it actually?
Yeah.
So I can see it, because I actually haven't seen this trailer.
私は絶対に生き延びなきゃならないんだからルール違反なんてレベルじゃない審判
It's giving me Mirai Nikki a
Yes. Future
Yeah.
Diaries. Yep.
vibe. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not getting much horror. I'm just getting like Batum.
Survival,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
it
I think it's put under horror manga. Horror manga. Like, so it could be like under the category of horror anime. But yeah,
but I mean, like, I just don't see it other than like maybe the costumes and like the blood mask kind of thing. It's not like Jujutsu Kaisen where the dude rips out his own heart and you get to see the entire graphic animation of him grabbing the heart and it being outside of his body beating.
the Junji Ito stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, it doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look super horror like to me. It looks interesting.
I saw it about 2 weeks ago, and when they first announced it, and I was like, "Oh, this looks interesting. It's a interesting premise. Looks like a bunch of serial killers."
Yeah, it's more like thriller than horror, I would say.
Yeah. So yeah, that's happening. It's going to be in spring 2021, if I were to be exact. All right.
February, yeah.
All right. This is it, guys.
Kaifuku.
The one we've been talking about
Yari
for a
Noshi.
while.
What is this one?
Naoshi.
All right.
It's
You
bad.
ready?
It's
Do you want to
real
take this
bad.
over, or
It's
do you
all
want me to
bad.
take this over?
Me?
It's up to you.
I mean, I can. Rin, do you remember this one? Because if you want, you can take this one.
You go ahead.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead, man.
So let me make this a little bit bigger, I think. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, like
So Kaifuku Jutsushi no essentially redo of a healer in English. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
So
this is the really violent, like
remember
sexually violent
in
one.
the episode you were
Yes.
in, Stella, we were
Yeah.
talking about an anime like World's End harem.
this one goes past
Ah.
that. This one takes
was
it a
the other
step
one.
further.
Yeah.
This
Has
one
there been any backlash about this anime?
There's some things
Oh, I'm
about
sure.
it.
How
I'm sure.
violent it is.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because there's some very explicit scenes in the manga that I just can't read the manga because it's so bad.
Yeah, so
Um,
just to give context to our viewers and our listeners, we had an episode with Stella as well called Interstella Reviewers. You can go and check that out. It's in our backlog. But we did it at Pretend. Was it Pretend Crunchyroll? No.
No, it was
Pretend Anime
after.
Expo. Okay.
I thought
Yeah, we did a
Yeah.
Pretend Anime Expo convention thing in Discord, and there was a lot of people that joined us with it. We in that episode, I did explain about a certain scene that's a little bit graphic and could be
so
borderline
basic-
hentai. Like,
Yeah. Basically, so to give you the
Go check it
premise
out,
of
by the way.
this show is this healer of the group is he's treated extremely poorly and like essentially he's abused like sexually, physically, mentally, emotionally. And whenever I say abused sexually, it's not even just by girls, it's by guys, it's
Yeah.
by everyone in his
Pure
group.
rape. Yeah.
He's completely used as this
Toy.
yeah,
Something
essentially.
that
It's
something
really
that
bad.
they can use for their benefits, basically, has this part.
Yeah, he's not seen as being human, and
Yeah.
so they justify it.
He's
that way.
basically a dog to them. And
Yeah.
so he gets his revenge.
He's less than
eventually.
that, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
so what happens, I think, one day is he dies, but he goes back in time. And so... Or is it that he reaches that
Well,
point of
overall-
excellence with his magic that he figures out a way to go back in time and he starts...
Yeah, he's an
he starts
overpowered healer.
reverse...
Basically.
Yeah, he starts reversing all the psychology that they did to him and going back and doing... But since he's already, like, psychologically damaged, he goes back and he
Oh, don't
does it,
give
like,
everything
3
away,
times
by the way.
worse. He does it, like, 3 times worse to them.
Yeah, don't give
And
everything away.
so-
That's a surprise.
Trust
of it.
me.
Yeah.
Trust me. There's nothing given away about what I just said. It goes way past what anyone's probably imagining right now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
so trigger warning. You probably if you're
If you've been abused,
Listening-
don't watch this.
Yeah.
or just in general, like don't this but might not be a recommendation for many people. Yeah.
this is the one I've been talking about it on Twitter. I've been talking about it everywhere. When I found out, and this was like 2 days ago. When I found out this, they finally have a release date for it. I knew it was coming out, but this shit.
We didn't know when.
Yeah, and they finally did it, and I was like, I cannot believe this is actually happening. This is one of those controversial animes. It is coming out next season, just to let you guys know. So winter, along with Horimiya and all these other animes. So I am going to watch it just because I'm curious of how much they're going to censor on it. We did.
You're braver than I.
I probably won't watch it simply because of what Sai said.
It is going to
Yeah,
be
I
a big
probably
anime,
won't watch
though.
it.
It's going to be a
Is
big
it?
one. Yeah, just because
Well,
it's getting
I
this
don't-
much
I don't-
light on what it is.
I don't think it's going to be as big as you're thinking, but I don't think it's going to be exactly small. I think people are
I
going to
don't
watch
know.
the
There's
first. I think
people
are
on
going to.
Twitter and all that already like trending it stuff. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I
I-
kind of have like personal reasons as to why I won't watch it. Though,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, it's definitely
Same.
not for the faint of heart.
I don't
think a lot
like
of people
principle.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there's.
I did mention that one scene. Remember?
We've already said it before, so we can say
Yeah.
it again. There's a scene in the manga where it gets so graphic. There's this one girl.
No.
that
Well,
is
no.
the
They
worst.
can go back to our episode if they really want to listen to it and watch it or listen to it.
Okay.
Go back to our episode. It's in the Interstella Reviewers episode. It's in our backlog. Check it out if you're interested. Because if anything, we get
I was
into
just
more
going to make it
detail about
convenient
it.
for him.
Yeah, and I'll put the links in the description so you guys will find easily.
Mm-hmm.
But there you go. All right. Next up is World Trigger. Season 2 is announced.
Okay, so real quick, I enjoyed this anime, and then I also hate it at the same time because the main character, it's not just that he's underpowered; it's that he's so underpowered. He's not even average.
Like Shinra?
No, Shinra's underpowered a little bit, but this dude, like Shinra's gotten his ass kicked. I think in the
Yeah,
past
way
4
too
fights
much.
that he's been in.
But yeah, go on.
Yeah,
Go
but
on.
anyway, but in this manga anime, the main character is like this absolute pushover. Like I thought maybe it was going to be that he was super smart, and then I start seeing him try to put together plans, and they're not all that smart. But
Gotcha.
everyone around him is strong, and so it's still fun to watch. But I'm kind of like, I don't know what this next season's going to
Gotcha.
bring.
Yeah, and apparently there's a big like a cult following for this anime.
Oh,
I
absolutely!
didn't even
It's
know
still
about
huge.
that. So that's crazy because nobody really talks about it unless if you're in that little group of people that are really into it. So I think they don't have a release date for this yet. They do have a poster, as you can see. It
looks like they're
or,
showcasing.
no, it's airing January 10th. My bad. So it is next season. Okay. I see you. So
Okay.
I don't know where it's going to be simulcast at, but it's going to be at TV Asahi's for anyone in Japan. So there you go. Next up, Horimiya. The second promo came out, by the way.
What's this one about?
You're gonna love this,
Oh,
Stella.
this
So
is
this one
amazing
is a
anime.
rom-com that focuses. It's a rom-com that fully commits to the romance side of it, but it is first and foremost comedy.
Yes. This is so let's look at the second PV because there's a new PV out.
Yeah. So what I mean by it fully commits is like, you know how in other romance comedies what happens is like they never actually get together, the two
Yeah.
characters. And this one they do, but then it goes further into that. It goes into the comedic aspects of like their relationship and
Mhm.
like him going over to the house and like being friends with the parents and like all this stuff.
Like
Cool.
me,
And
Karen.
it
I'm just
does.
kidding.
It's so funny.
Yeah, and if you want
It
to
even goes
see
into
a PV,
like the friends.
let's go with there's a newer PV. This is the new PV. Let's go with Horimiya PV1 though. If you want to see.
Oh yeah. Also the main character looks like an absolute.
逆喋ったこともなかったクラスメート
The art looks so good.
同じ学校？ポリミア1月より放送開始。
Just for
Oh my
context,
god,
guys.
it's so pretty.
Just for context, this it has taken 8 years to make this manga into an anime. It took a
Yeah.
very long time. It's one of the top romance anime rom-coms, because it's more of a comedy than a romance lately, as in for the mangas itself. It is one of the top romance out there for manga. So finally becoming an anime is a big thing. It's coming out next season. It's probably my number one top list, watch list anime.
Awesome.
And so they actually did like 3 OVAs that were like, I think 40 minutes long
4
for this
OVAs.
before, but 4 OVAs.
Yeah.
But they were not very well
No.
animated or like designed at all.
Yeah, they're called
And so-
Miyamoto kun to Hori-san.
Hori-san.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this art style looks like
Way
the
better.
It looks like the colorized manga covers.
Yes, they do. It looks really
they did
good.
a really good job.
Yeah. It looks close to the manga. The manga,
Even
of course,
the
looks better.
backgrounds.
Of course, the manga always looks better, but like this is the closest thing I've ever seen to the manga. It's so well done. So they introduced in this new trailer that they put out, the new PV that just came out on PV3. They finally showed the student council member,
Mhm.
the voice actors for the whole entire student council, and the president is my favorite character in this whole
Oh my
entire
gosh.
series. He is so
He's
funny.
hilarious.
But they are the new PV. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm not gonna play it right now, but you guys can watch it. It's called PV3. The new PV shows more slice of life, like some issues, some drama, stuff like that. It's a really well written manga. It's up there with Komi Can't Communicate.
Aw. Is
Yeah.
Komi going to become an anime anytime
Nope,
soon?
no.
Fingers
announcement either.
crossed that
You know that's the
Okay.
number
it gets
one.
an announcement this next year.
Yeah, you know that's the number one requested manga.
Makes sense. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
everybody
Besides,
wants Komi
solo
Can't-
leveling.
Yeah, besides
Solo
solo
leveling.
leveling.
Ah,
People
I
want
that
but people
so
want
bad.
Komi Can't Communicate more, from what I saw.
I signed
Yeah,
the
makes
petition
sense.
for solo leveling to
So
get
did I.
an anime.
Yeah, but if you guys, so yeah, this is one of the goal based animes that finally was created into anime. So if we got Horimiya, solo leveling could be next, and Komi Can't Communicate. So there you go, all you anime fans out there or manga fans that wanted this. Here's the first one, the first big one in a while.
Awesome.
So next one is Reike ga koi ni ochita no de shomei shitame
Shomai,
mita.
yeah.
Yeah. Or Science Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it. Season 2 is announced.
Honestly, I tried to watch that,
Yeah, I couldn't do
and
it
it
either.
was boring.
I couldn't do it either.
It was
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah, I'm not
It
gonna
was
lie.
funny for like the first
2
10
episodes,
minutes.
yeah.
Yeah,
it was.
okay. Do you 2 episodes?
But yeah, it's not my cup of tea either. Like it was. I get the whole premise of it, but I think it's the repetition that didn't get this anime.
Yeah, how like every single romantic act kind of falls flat. I just couldn't like after the first 2 episodes that novelty.
I think it's just that
It kind of
formula.
like wore off it. The charm wore off of it.
Can someone explain what's going on the left side of that image?
Are you talking
that's
about
their
Muscles?
that's their no, it's
Muscles
Machio.
Sensei?
It's Machio from Dunbells. No, just kidding.
Is he wearing a bra underneath and he's just gonna go and it just
Oh my
To
god.
be honest, I can't really explain that.
no, so I think he's the club's mentor. If
That
I
would
remember
be-
correctly. And yeah, he's
That's
just another one
so
of those
weird. So weird.
comic relief characters. I mean, if anything, all of them are fucking comic relief, except for this chick right here.
Yeah.
She's the only one that's sane out of all of them. But
Yeah, no joke.
yeah, it's not my cup of tea. If you guys like it though, it's getting a second season, so there's a group that likes this anime, so It's a large amount, so there you go. I don't know what I don't think it has a release date. Yeah. Doesn't look like
I
it
don't
has a
think
Is
release
it
date.
even worth watching though? Now that you're giving it raving reviews.
So
I mean,
basically,
you can
it's
always watch
about
it.
like these two people who are super engrossed in science, and they end up like getting
Well, all of
feelings
them
for
are.
each other. I'm talking about the main characters.
Oh, okay,
Um,
okay.
And the two main characters end up getting feelings for each other, but instead of like actually going towards their feelings, they try to explain it with science. So it's
Yeah.
like they're trying to figure out with science
What
why
love
they're
is.
falling in love with each other, but they're also not able to admit to each other that they're falling in love with each other, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
They're trying to like prove it.
It's like Kaguyama-sama, or Kaguya-sama, but not as funny.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said, I tried watching it, I just couldn't. These guys
Yeah, if you
couldn't
think
either.
about it this way, they're like full-grown adults who are like being
Yeah, they're in
ridiculous
college.
about love instead of like Kageyama-sama where they're in high school and they're just kind of like battling with their smarts and intellectual like
Enchilada?
intellectual way of
Enchilada.
like speaking. No, this one they're just like full-grown adults that are like not like willing to like actually fall in love, and they're trying to use science to explain it.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's just it's
Yeah.
it's
It's alright.
Yeah, so
okay.
like neither of them understand what love is, and it's so dumb and it annoys me.
I mean, it doesn't annoy me. It's just I don't.
It, well,
I don't
it
care about the
annoys me in
premise.
the fact that it's like it just keeps repeating over.
Yeah, it's
and
repetition. That's what
over.
killed me because they do this formula, Stella, where basically
Mm-hmm.
But you might like it.
they
there's
do the
tons of
love,
people
right?
that do.
They do the love parts, and then all of a sudden they go back to this formula where they're like, okay, let's start making whiteboards, spreadsheets, and stuff about like that, and they do that every episode. So it gets kind of repetitive and boring because of that. Because you're like, oh boy, here they go again, you know?
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know if you like
Yeah.
that kind of repetitiveness.
Yeah,
kind
you
of
guys are not giving raving reviews, so I'm probably not going to watch it.
it's just it's
I
that
would
formula I don't
definitely
like.
say- I mean, some people like it. By all means, you could.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, enough people like it that it's already got a second season announced
Yeah.
for it.
So it is
Shield
popular.
Shield Hero that had a cult following didn't even get an anime announced until like a year later, almost
Yeah.
a year and a half.
Mhm.
And this one got one announced like a
A
year later, 8 months later.
Yeah, I would say it's about 3 seasons ago. Yeah, almost a year.
Yeah. So like 9-10 months ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously it's popular, but it's
Yeah.
just it's not my cup of tea.
Me neither. It's not. Well, moving on. Hanasuku Iroha gets a sequel book after 7 years after the anime. So this anime is a Yuri, if I remember. I watched maybe 2 episodes of it. I thought it was boring, personally. A lot of people like it though. It's nothing like Adachi and Shimamura this season, that's for sure. I like Adachi and
Oh,
Shimamura
it's so
more than this.
good. I love it.
Yeah, that's a good anime, right? Yeah, I love it too. But this anime right here, it came out I think about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, yeah, or 3 years. I can't remember. It's an older anime now because it's around that time period. It's a Yuri about a girl that goes into works in a hotel after going through a very traumatic past that she had to go and escape from. And basically she starts meeting all these girls and then they start bonding and stuff like that, and then she starts creating romances between girls. It's like a girl harem. But
It's like a slice of life girl harem.
yeah. The thing is, it was a cool premise because I don't even see a lot of girl harems in general, and I'm a fan of Yuri. I'm a fan of yaoi as long as they don't go too far with it, you know, like
Citrus.
hardcore rape shit and all that. But this and NTR because we don't like NTR here. But yeah, I guess there's a big cult following for this, and they're actually doing a new book series on the sequel of it. I only watched like 2 or 3 episodes of this show. I didn't really. It wasn't my cup of tea, but there's a lot of people that like that kind. And this is coming from a romance guy, so. Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever heard of this one. There's one still from the anime. I mean, the art was good.
Haven't.
I'll say that. It's really good art. But there you go. If you guys wanted to know if you're going to see more of the story, here you go. Moving on. One of my favorite yaois, Given the movie comes to Crunchyroll in 2021. Yes!
That's gonna be awesome.
You seen Given?
I love Given.
Dude, I love Given. Oh my god. It's
best-
so good.
yeah,
So
it's
good.
really good.
It's
Yeah,
one
I
of the
actually have
yaois.
the I have the manga in Japanese,
No way.
like
really?
physical. Because when I was in Japan, I was like, "Yo, Given is good. I'm just gonna buy the manga and then like never read it because I
Yeah.
can't read Japanese.
Yeah, I got you.
I just wanted to own it.
So if you don't know, guys, Given was released about 2 seasons or 3 seasons ago. I think it was the same time as Dr. Stone. So yeah, I think it was 3 seasons, 4 seasons ago, actually, now that I think about it. It came out the same time as Dr. Stone, Fire Force at that time as well. This is an amazing anime. It started out slow, yes, it's true. But the payoff at the end is worth it. It's one of my favorite yaois. For a band anime though, I still will put Beck Mongolian Chop Squad at the top spot for me. But as a band anime in general, rock bands, everything like that, it is up there though. And the movie was already shown in Japan, and now it's coming to streaming. That's crazy. Crunchyroll is going to
Yay.
have it. I love it. I'm excited. There's no exact release date yet, but I'm excited. I think this is mainly about these two, the bassist and the drummer, because they have like I think the story premise is about them and their intermingled relationship towards each other, you know, all that jazz. And I'm excited because they give a little bit of hints of it in the actual anime. Like they had like 1 or 2 episodes about their relationship and how they're both infatuated by each other. And then of course we have our main 2 over there. I like how they're in the background. The main characters in the actual anime.
Is that Hinata and Kageyama?
Jesus Christ.
It kind of looks like it, doesn't
Rin,
it?
I can't take you anywhere.
I mean, now that you bring it up, yeah, I totally
It does.
see
It looks like
too.
Shoyo and Kageyama. Totally.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. I can't take
It
you
does.
anywhere. How
It does.
dare you?
You're not wrong. You are not wrong at all.
Anyways,
Maybe
yeah,
Given is just an elaborate fan fiction.
of them. Okay.
There we
it
go.
Probably is. You're probably right on that.
But that's just a theory. An
Uh,
anime theory.
I was about to say otaku theory, but okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, either way works. But if you guys haven't given a chance for Given and you didn't like, I know it was overshadowed. It's kind of like Stars Align. When Stars Align came out, it was overshadowed by other animes like My Hero Academia and animes like that during its season. It's one of those animes that's almost like a hidden gem in its own self. I don't think it's a hidden gem if it has a movie and it's like very popular, but Given is definitely worth a watch. Binge it. It's out now. Do it before this movie comes out.
All right,
It's
I'll
kind of
watch
like
it.
Yeah.
Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. Binge that and watch the movie. Holy shit! On another level too. That's the same quality.
Yeah. So I've actually seen Given, and like, let me tell you, as someone that's bi, like, it's not bad. It's not bad for a yaoi. It's not like
It's really good.
It
for a
doesn't. It
yaoi.
doesn't have a lot of the tropes that I find like annoying and unrealistic, and it's kind of touching at quite a few parts. And so if you're into that, if you like
Hell,
a
if you're not
touching
into
kind
it,
of,
it's still good.
yeah, it's still cute. I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a
Like
it's a good
even
story.
if I wasn't like into like this genre of like BL, I would have still enjoyed it.
There you go. Recommendations everywhere.
All right,
Gotta
I'll
love
watch
it.
it.
There we
After
go.
this season, though. because there's way too much.
Yeah, there's too much this season. We're
There's
watching
so
everything,
much.
remember?
Yeah, I'm already knees deep in anime, so.
But
Oh man.
other
You must
than
be
that,
taller than I am because I'm over the top of my head.
Oh, dude, I'm like 67 episodes in right now.
but
Yeah,
that's
I need to update
it, guys, for
that
news.
spreadsheet that we have.
Okay. Break.
Yeah, so we're gonna take a break.
I have to pee.
We're gonna take a break
Yeah,
real quick.
we'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right back. We'll see you when we get back. Let's take a minute to thank our affiliate partner, Artlist.io.
Artlist is a powerful music licensing platform created by filmmakers for filmmakers.
With thousands of new songs and a full year of unlimited downloads.
You can find exactly the music you need for your project.
Music licensing is often a complicated and expensive mess.
Which slows us down and gets in the way of creativity.
By offering direct and unlimited access to our entire catalog of inspiring music for a single annual subscription fee.
We believe Artlist is the solution.
If you join with our affiliate link today, you will get 1 year and 2 extra months for free. That's right, you heard us, for free.
So check out that link in our description and join Artlist.io.
An inspiring music licensing platform created by filmmakers.
For filmmakers.
And creators.
Like you.
And now, back to the podcast. We are back, guys, and now let's talk about the main subject and that is, what is the most trashiest but awesome fucking animes out there? So good, so bad, but so good. So, I don't know if you guys have your list, but I have
just
mine.
have one.
You have one? Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So give
I don't know. Does that mean, do you want to go first or do
Yeah,
you want
you
to
wanna
go
go first?
last? Since you got the since you got the
mine's
one.
High School of the Dead.
Is it the titty shot that does it for you?
Oh yeah.
The sniper.
Is that
It's
bullet that
the okay,
goes
so
through?
it's the amount of gore mixed in with the amount of fan service, and
Okay.
how they always mix the fan service in with the action scenes.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Like,
yeah, I
we're
can
trying
see
to
that.
kill zombies. Let me aim through your triple G's real fast.
Oh, dude, that's the most iconic shot in
well, yeah,
High
because
School
he
of the
like
Dead.
shoots it right, and then her boobs just go.
Yeah, it's this. So if you guys don't know, I'll probably put like a clip of it. But basically, what happens is they took a 50 millimeter sniper. He shoots it through one of the girl's boobs, and basically
and like
it
her
goes to
tits
slow
wobble.
mo bullet time slow mo, and it shows what's her name like doing backflips and shit, and it
Yeah.
literally goes.
It's
through
the sword chick,
boobs,
right?
Goes
like,
through the boobs,
simultaneously.
and they're just like boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom.
and it's just so perfectly timed, and it's like that is super impossible. There's
Yeah,
no way.
It's,
Well, I
it's
mean,
the best trash anime ever. Come on,
It's
Like-
so funny. It's so funny because like for that to happen, her tits are like bouncing at like the speed of like 3 times the speed of sound. And so
yeah,
it's just
great.
not possible.
It's great. Oh my god,
I am so
He
sorry.
lived.
everyone.
he finally
sorry.
came
Eddie?
in.
Eddie, we understand.
I-
So for
well,
those
okay,
listening,
so-
Eddie's been through a lot in the past 24 hours. So it's okay.
But on top of that, I guess I was tossing and turning, and I disconnected my phone from the charger, and I have no battery on my phone, and I woke up like this. Fuck. That's
Okay.
But
But it's okay. You're alive.
I'm sorry,
You-
guys.
You're fine, man. Don't worry about it.
Hi, Stella. I'm so sorry.
Hi. No, you're good.
Oh man.
Stella, what's yours? I actually
That's
want to know
funny,
yours
though.
because you have a
My
long
what?
list, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so I'm actually going through Twitter. I actually asked Twitter this question because I have like short-term memory and I try not to remember the bad animes in my life. A lot of people are mentioning really bad ones, so I'm like, oh man, I have like a wonderful list. So Eromanga Sensei is definitely at the top.
Oh yes, that's one for sure. If you're gonna say Eromanga Sensei,
That's so terrible.
I can pair that with Orema.
Yeah. So For the viewers, I guess, or listeners.
Viewers and
So
listeners.
Aramanga Sensei just takes like stepsister like stuff to the next level, because before that, stepsisters were kind of this like side plot, but they took this plot and made it the plot. They were like, the whole story is the 13-year-old stepsister, and she locks herself in her room all the time. Turns out she draws hentai for a living and is very successful. And her older stepbrother finds out about it, and then she ropes him into helping her become a better artist. And there's just not
only that,
not only
that, but doesn't her stepbrother also has a career of writing smut, like hard smut too.
Yeah, he's a writer. And she's an artist,
and she draws some of his smut. So like they know each other, but they don't know who each other are.
You know who the creator is, right?
No.
Of that.
No.
So Eromanga Sensei is made by the same creator that did Oremo, which came before Eromanga Sensei. So if you don't know, the artists for Eromanga.
Oh, so he has a history of doing syscon.
I don't know if you know what Oremo is. Oremo is one of the biggest anime of that style before Eromanga Sensei. Oremo came out before that. It's with Kirino. I don't know if you guys remember Kirino. Like she's that. Okay, like I'll put up a picture of it. But basically,
either way, continue, because I was just confirming that it was the main character did what I thought he did.
So let me add to what you were saying, Stella. So Oremo, when it first came out, was about a guy named Kyosuke that has a little sister named Kirino. And basically, she's a bitch to him, like a major bitch to him. It's that whole thing where when it first came out, it was a controversy because of the fact that they had an OVA at the end of the series on the second season where they had 4 episodes of them becoming almost close to marrying, and people were like, "Oh fuck." Yeah.
It's a consistent trope in anime. They really love the whole stepsister thing in anime. Like regardless of like genre, it's just been always a thing. I remember like in the 90s, Angel Sanctuary, which is like predominantly a shoujo anime, had a very big stepsister, stepbrother. Actually, no, I think they were actually blood related, so whatever. Yay, yeah. So like Japan, that's just like one of their things that happens. Like, that's one of their story tropes, and that's just one of the things you can always depend on.
Yeah, so
is that stepsister gets stuck.
You're right. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and like I said,
I think that's what actually made that whole thing, like we all know the Pornhub, the hub meme that happened. Step bro, I'm stuck. I think that's where it started. That's where it started.
Yeah.
I think it started in anime.
What's even funnier is that going back to Eromanga Sensei and Oremo in general, Oremo and let's say Kisses, for instance, that's another one.
Oh no. It's an anime.
Oh god, you keep pulling that up. Just to be in context, Oremo came out the same time as Kisses. They were both controversial at the same time. It was 2010.
Wow.
So it was 10 years ago.
2010.
Oremo and Kisses came out at the same time. They were all Emoto issues. And now Eromanga Sensei came out 2015, if I remember. Yeah.
Quite recent.
Which is the same author who did Oremo. So he basically was back at it again.
So some other trash anime that people mentioned on my Twitter. So High School DxD. I actually never watched High School DxD.
I liked High School DxD.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks. Okay, the only thing that sucks about High School DxD is the main character's little ponytail.
No, have you seen everything?
Agreed.
Of High
little
School
ponytail
DxD?
sucks so much. Yes, I've seen High School.
It's so
I've
dumb.
seen all of High School DxD.
All 5 seasons.
What
yes,
should have
I don't like the
happened?
new animation. By the way,
Yeah, I was
it
about to
sucks
say.
because like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
don't look
Five
as
seasons
they
is
don't look
trash.
as they don't look as sultry as they did before. Like Rias does not look as sultry as before, and like I hate that
I
he
agree.
never actually gets with any of the girls, but they're like naked all over him all the time. But I'm gonna say the one thing I hate the
Wait.
most about that anime, it's freaking ponytails. Little tiny
In
ponytail
in the
back.
last in the last season though, Rin, he does like there is
doesn't count.
confessions made.
Doesn't
Fair.
count.
Fair. But it's so sad that like they changed the style of
The
like how
style's
everything
so
was.
terrible now.
So like they had conviction. They knew what they were doing, and they committed to it.
Yeah.
And
They
then
did.
I feel like in the last season,
They went like this.
I don't feel the
like how-
conviction.
I like
I
how
don't
Rin's like-
feel the passion that I did in the first 3 seasons. Them anime titties just don't hit. They hit different. They don't feel the
They
same
hit
anymore.
different. They hit different,
Dude,
people.
dude,
Anime
no,
titties
seriously
hit
though, like,
different. Wow.
Rias,
Okay.
Rias isn't
2020.
hot anymore. She's not. She's not hot anymore, and you're like, what happened?
Yeah,
like, he
I
used
think
to
that
be
was
so
the
like
main thing.
sultry
Yeah, she
and
doesn't
adult
look
like, and now
as
you look
attractive.
like a child with giant boobies.
That's the main thing, right? The main girl of that is.
She
Rias.
looks like a child,
Yeah.
but with
I will one
Well,
up you
yeah,
guys
well, because
right
they
now.
made their eyes.
Yeah.
They made their eyes like this freaking big in the new season.
I am
They
going
did.
to one up you with even a trashier anime than a lot of them out there. You ready for this? This
no,
is the anime.
if it's the one that I
the
think it is, I want to
trashiest
say it.
Fucking anime I've ever seen, and it's what you call School Days.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. It's not the one that I was thinking of.
Well, School Days is infamous for being one of the worst, but
Mhm.
best. You know why though, right? I don't know if you ever seen it, you guys.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. See, Rin can already tell you. Like,
It's just bad. It's
not
just
coming
all
out of my
bad.
mouth.
I'm going to say it. It's been fucking over 15 years.
You
I
go
would say.
ahead.
It's 15 years. I'm going to fucking say it. School Days, that fucking main character is the worst fucking character I've ever seen for an MC protagonist in general. It's fucking terrible. The fact that he has sex with all these girls and cheats.
Uh-huh.
It's major NTR bullshit.
Yeah.
Where he fucking gets all these girls
Mark, you bastard! You brought up School Days.
yeah.
You did it.
He
We all
fucking-
thought it, but we weren't going to do it.
It's infamous. It's the main anime that everybody talks about if you watch anime for years. It's the fucking anime where he 2 times 2 girls. Or no, I'm sorry, doesn't 2 times. He quad times. What was it? Pentatimes
4
or whatever?
girls?
Like
5?
dude,
It was 4 or 5. It was 4 or 5 girls.
He did
Yeah,
it
no, but like
pentatimes.
basically he gets all of these girls and he has like romantic
Godlike.
relations with all of these girls, but then he's cheating with all of these girls on each other. Like he's cheating on these girls with the other girls. Like,
wait, hold my beer. You're like,
you know what I mean? Like it's
so bad.
it's-
and the worst
It's
part,
not even
that
good.
ending,
terrible.
It's not even good. It's not a best trash. It's just trash.
the ending
Yeah,
of it.
but you know what is a best trash?
High school,
are you-
not high
are you
school
ready
DxD,
for
high
this?
I was
school
going to
DxD.
say the
Wait,
ending, but
wait.
okay. okay.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Though, Testament of a New
God.
Sister New Devil.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Oh
Yep.
my god. I have
You're right. Guess who cosplayed from it?
You did? Did you?
I did. It was I did a
Wait.
campaign to promote
Which one?
it
The
with
succubus?
Crunchyroll.
Oh, wow.
No, with Funimation. Who did I do? Yuki, the girl with the blue hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically I was doing an activation with Funimation and they wanted to promote it because it's, like borderline hentai and they wanted, to get some lewd stuff going on. I'm like, yo, I'm the queen of lewd, what's up? So they got me, Mariah Mallet, and another cosplayer together and
Oh,
we
one
did a
of the
really
heroes.
great photo shoot. But, I watched the anime and I was like, this hentai. This is actually very boring hentai.
It's
Hentai isn't
it
even
is
fun
a
to
hentai,
watch.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So Yuki, if you guys don't know, if you've never seen Testament of
Sister New Devil.
Yeah, Sister New Devil. Yuki is the blue-haired girl that's a hero, part of the hero clan, and she's kind of the childhood friend of what is his name? Reiki.
Oh my god, I can't believe you remember all this information.
I know. I was like,
well,
you should not be proud of this.
We have committed.
I am the
trash.
romance. I am the romance king in this
Eddie.
neighborhood.
I am honestly
dying over
so
here.
surprised how much you guys remember trash anime. Like I am so surprised. Like, you guys even remember the names? Like,
Yeah.
yo, word.
I
just
watch
remember the plot.
Alpharete as well.
So-
I'm just telling you right now.
This is also one of my best trash animes. Right here. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. It's not that old.
Seven Mortal Sins.
Seven
No, I haven't
Mortal
seen it.
Sins. It is basically about pretty much the 7 mortal deadly sins. But it's really lewd for like absolutely no reason at all. So they're like telling this story and like just consists of a bunch of these like fantasy figures, but like they're constantly getting themselves put into super sexual situations. And like you see this nun girl, right? And like one of the first scenes that you see her in, she's like, you know,
Yeah. I get it. Jeez.
I love how you're.
And she's
I love how you're just like not even going to
this
say.
podcast
Just like
is brought to you by
she's like
Culture Things. All people of culture.
she's like tied up on this like wooden thing and she's being taken advantage of, and it's just like by like this 7 sin. And it's just like that's the whole that's it. That's the anime. That's the anime. It's just this nun girl getting like
railed.
No, what's the word? She's getting her virtue taken pretty much constantly. Yeah. So that's the anime right there.
Her virtue. All right.
It's trash, but it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Okay,
The
so
7.
like what else did you have, Stella?
So those were just people mentioning on the internet, but my top trash anime of recent time, because I'm trying to stay a little bit modern. I'm like, we all know what the trash animes of back in the day were, but like, let's talk about recent stuff. So my top trash anime recently is an anime that I watched from start to finish. So I committed to the atrocity, and that is Rising of Shield Hero.
Whoa, Sai.
Yeah. I have so much. Listen, I posted a video about this on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, on YouTube, and so many people got angry at me. It is literally the most controversial opinion I ever had. So let's break this down as to why I believe that this is a trash.
Sai's gonna cry.
I'm here to make you cry. I'm here to like make you psychoanalyze yourself and realize that you probably need to go to therapy. I'm just like, this is me, okay? So Rising of Shield Hero is a power fantasy about a boy who got bullied when he was little, and so he's going to become the best Mary Sue character possible, and he's gonna beat everyone up. Whoever bullied him was mean to him, especially that one bitch Stacy in 7th grade who was so mean to me and told everyone I peed my pants. That is Rising of Shield Hero.
That is not Rising of the Shield Hero.
Oh, I'm not even the one that's the most triggered.
Oh my god, the trigger. I'm gonna put a meter in this video of the trigger warnings.
I am so entertained.
I thought I was going to be the one that felt the most pain from that, because I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming because of how Stella said.
He's literally fine until he gets fucked over by mine. So I just like...
Yeah, because it's a power fantasy where the author is like, that one girl bullied me in high school, and I'm just gonna write a story about how she's the worst possible person ever.
I think false accusations of rape are a little bit beyond
She
bullying.
literally tricked him into like thinking that she was his partner, and then she accused him of rape, stole all his money, stole all his armor. Like,
you
wouldn't be mad?
No, yeah, they put that plot in, but the generalness of it is to make the viewer feel like, yeah, that's right, everyone is against me, and all I have to do is be myself and be angry, and then people will just love me and flock to me. All these lolis are just gonna love my dick, even though I treat them like shit, and all of these other people who are evil, I'm just gonna beat them every time because I'm so smart.
I will have to agree on some things about what she's saying. There is some parts where it is kind of questionable. That's why I told you before, Sai, like ReZero to me is more of a higher anime compared to Shield Hero because there are some of those tropes that is.
I will say
prevalent.
ReZero season 2. Season 2 definitely is way better.
No,
than,
I'll say
most.
the whole
It's better than
series
most
so far.
any isekai out there.
But
And
I will say
take to death that Stone World, freaking Dr. Stone,
the isekai?
is not an isekai.
It's literally labeled.
It is literally on Earth.
It's labeled, Sai. It's labeled.
It is
it's
Earth.
labeled. It's
okay,
literally
that's a different
labeled.
story. This is not what we're talking about right now.
I will also argue that like Dr. Stone is in that same realm of power fantasy. Like, oh
Yes,
my god, I
it is
am
a power
so
fantasy.
Yeah.
smart. I'm so much smarter than everyone. I'm just gonna prove to them
We have a debate.
smart.
We have a debate about that, Stella, where basically,
Dude, I can't stand, like, I watch these things. I fucking watch this. So I'm like sitting there being like, I hate myself for watching this, but I need to know exactly how bad it is so I can like prove my argument. But like, no, seriously, like the biggest problem about Japanese anime, more so than any other like genre in the world that I've watched, is that they love power fantasies. They love
Yes, they do.
the author loves to write themselves into the stories and make them out to be this like victimized person where everything bad has ever happened to them, and then they're just too smart. They're internally like Yamagi, but when in actuality they're Shinji Ikari.
Damn, trigger,
True.
damn. Like, oh my gosh. If
Damn.
anything, Stella, I feel
Stella-
like you're like Cartman in South Park, where he's like licking the tears of everybody that's crying. Have you seen that episode where he's like, I'll probably put a clip of it, but it's basically he's like, he made in that episode, he made a bully of that's bullying him eat his parents in a chili bowl. Like.
Damn.
Oh
He
God,
converted him, put him in a chili bowl, and then he eats it.
that episode.
Yeah, and then he
Goddamn, Marc.
basically tells them about it, and then he starts crying, and he goes, "Oh, the tears, give me more." I feel like Stella's that right now with Shield.
I mean, dude, I watched all of the episodes. I get it. This is why. Okay, so Neon Genesis Evangelion is my favorite anime of all time because one of the reasons is that I understand Shinji Ikari's struggle, and I believe that he is the everyman, and that people hate him because they see themselves in Shinji Ikari. They don't want to admit that they have cowardice tendencies. They have childhood trauma. They have daddy issues.
Kind of like
and
Hachiman.
they don't know how to talk to other people, and they don't know how to relate to other people, and they have like a whole slew of. So like Shinji Ikari that's why people hate him, is because they are a mirror, right? But then when you watch stuff like power fantasies, Sword Art Online, Death Note, Rising of Shield Hero, Dr. Stone, like
Even
all of these
ReZero.
animes where the main character literally has to try this much and the whole world just falls into perfect place for them, where every character falls in love with them. None of their struggles are actually that hard. You always know they're going to figure it out. Like ReZero tries to be like, oh my God, he's going through trauma and his life is really that hard. He dies a lot. But at the end, you know that he's going to get what he wants. He's going to get all the things that he wants. And that's, like, but when you compare it to, like, if you write these stories into American, like, TV shows and whatever,
dude.
people are going to give them really bad reviews because, like, that's not a hero's journey. A hero's journey is, the defile of their innocence, the journey into, like, the actual path towards herodom, and then at the end, they have to return.
Issues,
they're overcome their issues, and they have to return to normacy. These power fantasies don't do that. They're so
actually
different.
why I love Devilman Crybaby, because Devilman Crybaby goes deep into what does it mean to be human, and then there isn't a resolution. No, there's no resolution. It restarts from the very beginning. It just keeps entering the cycle, and it goes into this. It makes you think about like what is humanity, what it means to be humanity, and why does all these things keep repeating themselves in history, in like your life and everything.
So Devilman Crybaby is a fantastic. Devilman Crybaby is a fantastic example of a really good power fantasy that doesn't actually have the fantasy aspect of it. It's just like they give him power and you think that he's just gonna like flat out win all the time, but at what cost, you know? And it doesn't even, no matter how strong he is, it doesn't matter. No matter how much he wins, it doesn't matter. He cannot affect the terrible atrocities that are happening around the world. And his ability to yell and scream shonen style doesn't actually fix anything. And
Yeah, it really doesn't.
No.
so that's the problem with most power fantasy animes is that like if you will it, it will happen. And that's not enough to make a good story.
In essence, though, I would even go venture to say that like Fire Force Season 2 is a power fantasy anime that is straight away from power fantasy because the sheer fact that like Shinra is no longer super strong. Like he's lost his last 4 fights. He can't change the world. He can't do this. He was able to save one little like tiny forest in China, but that's it. He didn't save his brother. He couldn't save either of the pillars.
Wait, I haven't seen that far.
Yeah, you are giving a lot of spoilers, sir.
Yeah.
Like, he
I'm not gonna
just
lie, man.
can't do anything though.
I'm gonna put a warning
That's
before
that's
this.
the point. That is the point
Yeah.
though. Like he can't do anything, and we
God
still have
damn
like
it,
half the
Sai.
season left.
Oh, let's also point out the fact that Shinra doesn't have like his own freaking personality either. Besides, I'm a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so that's where
That's why
where it
Arthur is the
stops
best
being-
character.
Actually, no. Joker
Bro,
and
when they
Benimaru.
stuck him,
Joker
okay,
and
so like
Benimaru.
towards the end of the first season, when they give him like the donkey to ride on in the junkyard, and he was just like, I'm a knight. I was just like,
My Steve.
Oh, dude,
and
yeah,
it's a
that's right.
donkey,
I love-
but he calls it a
I love
horse.
He's so
Arthur.
the show is
endearing.
hilarious. Oh my god, I
Yeah.
love
Love
Arthur
Arthur
so
so
much.
much. Yeah.
Arthur is funny. He's annoying as hell sometimes, but he's
Yeah.
hilarious.
But it's also
it-
crazy, like how much stronger he gets, like the more he feels like
He's
knightly,
stronger
you know
than
what I
Shinra.
mean? Yeah,
He is an incredible character. He's very well written because he takes some of those like traditional anime tropes of like overconfidence and yelling and like having a really special skill and all that stuff. But then they really make him someone endearing and likable. And they give him depth, which is something that's always missing in a lot of anime characters. And that's why I like Arthur so much.
Yeah, that's also why I like Benimaru, because Benimaru, even though he's only been in there like 4 episodes, they built him up. He's
a great
the
Yep.
sixth.
He's the
sixth
he's the anti
Fire Force.
church. Like,
Yeah, he's the one that lives in the town and he uses the broomsticks all the time.
yeah,
Mhm.
he's a great character.
And they built him up with this certain personality of like who he is and stuff. But like it's great because you see that although he seems like he's this person that just doesn't care about people, he cares so much about people.
Yeah.
And you already see that like he's this character. And then Joker, I like Joker because they built up his trauma in the past to come to a head. And so he has like he has more depth than Shinra. That's pretty much why I
Yeah,
like him.
yeah.
He has way more depth than Shinra.
But like going
Shinra's
back
such
to
a
what you were
surface
saying,
level
Stella,
character.
like to get back on topic, like so you kind of triggered some
But yes,
people with
but yes,
Shield
I
Hero.
know. This
I
is why I
agree.
said like that YouTube video is my most hated YouTube video. I'm pretty sure the ratio of hate to like is like 1 to 2.
Yeah.
So like, sorry, no, 2 to 1. So hate to like, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Wow.
Because there's a lot of people that love Shield Hero. It's true.
Oh yeah, I know.
that
I
video.
watched all 25 episodes of it, and I was like, ah!
Yeah, I know.
So-
I mean, I enjoyed the anime, but yeah, I
That's
have
so
to admit
funny.
there are some tropes in there that I don't agree with, like some of them.
Understandable.
That's why I say it's
Oh,
not
dude,
a
maybe
perfect
like
one,
maybe
or-
okay, so maybe if you read the books, maybe you would like it a little more because
Yeah,
it gives
see, that's
more.
what Sai
It
keeps
gives
saying.
The light-
it
the
gives
light
way
novel.
more in depth to his thought process and like why the way he is the way he is. And,
Right,
like,
right.
He's actually
him-
a very endearing character.
Yeah,
in
and
the
it
light
gives you
novels.
his thought process as to like figuring out like the situations he gets into instead of like you seeing the anime like where he gets into a situation then he just like wins the situation.
Mhm.
Like it actually like explains like how he gets out of that
There's
situation.
actually
and why,
a struggle.
Well, okay,
There,
so
there's
let
a
me-
lot of
let
struggle
me
because it
say
gives you
this
his
then.
inner thoughts.
Let me
instead
say
of
this
just like
then,
you seeing
to-
him succeed at everything.
Wait, I want to hear Rin.
Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Okay.
Rin's just like,
I'll fucking bite you.
Yeah, continue. Continue. I
okay.
love hearing you talk about the light novel.
I also love arguing about anime tropes because
I'm
I
totally
have so
fine
many
with good
problems with them.
arguments.
I know. Mark's always trying to cut me off.
Well, no, because I was trying
just
to
like,
I was trying to
"No."
ask a question based on that. Like
No, it's okay.
with
I
this
was joking.
with this anime, like for Shield Hero itself, what I want to know is this one of those animes that you can actually state that the anime adaptation wasn't done right compared to, like, say, the light novel in this case, if you
Yes.
put it into that context? That's what I was
I
trying
would
to get
say kinda. I would say if they were gonna make the anime better, they should have added in more of his like inner dialogue.
to. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's kind of like how God of High School, where
Yeah.
skip through a lot of
And
stuff.
I'm sure like Sai's read the light novels too, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. I'm current actually with the
I
light novel.
own up to like up until 17, I think, and there's like 19 out right now, so I haven't
Yeah,
read all
I
of it
read
yet.
them. I read them online. But I don't own. I'm trying to own.
No,
them.
I own
That's my bookcase full of manga and all that stuff. But yeah. So I would agree wholeheartedly with your statement, though, Mark. Your question, yes. Because in the light novel, not only do they go more in depth in like his inner thoughts, but they also go more in depth into like his kind acts and like the reasons behind why he does certain things, and they don't show that in the anime as
No.
much. So you don't think he's as nice of a character as he is in the light novel.
Mhm.
And even in the manga, they don't do as good of a job showing how kind of a character as they do in the light novel.
It's
Sure,
funny that
but-
you
He's
mentioned
actually-
that,
I mean,
like-
even
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go for it.
so, even though you mentioned that, my problem with that is that it's such a masturbatory, like, look at me, I'm so good. Look at
Yeah.
all these people who I can help, who I can protect
Well-
because it's my power to do that.
It's not
It's
really
in
like
the light
that.
novel.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. You can
no, go
explain
ahead,
it.
Sai. Go ahead.
What
I
are you
was
just
gonna
doing?
say,
Damn. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Hey, because we're both really passionate about this, and it's just I talk
know,
a
I'm just
lot,
kidding.
and I was thinking Rin would enjoy being passionate about it too.
Yeah,
But,
but I want to hear
um,
how you explain it. So
Yeah, so like in the light novel, they follow more so this like idea of him following in the footsteps of his predecessor. Like he at the beginning, he's helping people because he sees that there's like a broken system in the world and he hates it because he's been hurt by it, and so he wants to change it. But then later on, he finds out about his previous successor, the previous Shield hero, and now everyone is like looking at him because the Shield hero has historically been the one to like try to change the world the most.
especially when
And
it comes
so-
to the
and-
demi-humans.
And so now he has everyone looking at him, and he realizes that everyone is watching him to see what he does. And there's this extreme amount of pressure on him to succeed with everything that he does, and he starts feeling that in the light novels. He starts feeling that with everything that you kind of see it a little bit, just a little bit in the anime whenever he's talking to the Filolial Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
But in the light novel, it goes way past that to the point that you feel that he's like, oh my god, I have to do this and I can't fail. And if I fail, then it's like, what's going to become of these people? And he starts having these like inner turmoils, especially when he's fighting of like, shit, I'm going to lose. I can't lose. I can't afford to lose. Everyone's watching. And it's kind of like this thing that goes on.
That's crazy though. Like how like you guys like mentioned about like his inner thoughts and everything, and they should have like showed that in anime, right? Like that should
Well,
that would.
Yeah,
Okay.
they should have showed it because
Right.
then you also see the difference between the way he is and the way the other heroes are. So like when you see in the anime, the other heroes are kind of being like dicks, no?
Right.
But like
Yeah.
in the yeah
Yeah, in the light novel,
in the
it's
light novel,
different.
you get more expansion on their characters as well. So it's like you
That's
kind
good.
of like you get expansions on like Raftalia and Philo and like the other characters
Right,
that they
right.
end up
It's
bringing
more
in
in-depth.
later.
Yeah,
It's
you
more
also
in-depth,
get way more.
And then they also
on-
have they actually have like a light novel for the spear hero.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I get
it's
what you
the
mean.
reprise
So
of
you
the
actually
spear
you
hero.
actually get
So
to
it's
see why
like,
he is a ladies'
you
man
have
and all
to.
that.
I think you have to read the light novels in order to get a really good
That is-
scope of the story.
That is
'cause,
so
like, the
funny
manga
because
doesn't-
there's an anime that like just last season, right? And I'm going to say it, Rent a Girlfriend. It's basically it's a better adaptation.
I hate that. I hate those first 4 episodes with a burning passion that is brighter than the sun.
Hear me out. Like how you guys say with his inner thoughts, right? Like the inner thoughts of like all these characters in Shield Hero is portrayed better in the light novel versus the anime. It's the complete opposite with Rent a Girlfriend. The manga light novel for Rent a Girlfriend, if you see his inner thoughts there, he's even more of a fucking terrible person as you read it versus the anime. So the anime is actually a lot better in terms of like portraying like how he is. You see what I mean? It's so opposite, and that's related to the trash anime kind of aspect of it. I just triggered a lot of people in that put that anime at
No,
their
I
top
think most
spots.
people agree that that Rent a Girlfriend is trash.
I don't know. There's a lot of
sure
top
no,
fives. There's a lot of top fives. Yeah, in a lot of people's
I couldn't
lists.
get into it.
Yeah, it's very popular. It's up there, and I
I
even
dropped it
like
after
question
4
that.
There's a difference between popular and trash. Okay, so like that's a Venn diagram that is very.
It's popular trash. It's
You're
popular
not wrong
trash.
at
Just
all.
like
So-
One
so-
Piece, you know.
One Piece is
popular
is-
trash.
But is it trash or is it just at this point like just like
No,
part
it's
of
always
their
been
culture?
trash.
It's
It's
I was gonna
really
say it's like
trash.
One Piece
I
is
could
like
say
it's
it's pop culture.
transcended and
I
become
think
part
a
of the
lot of
culture.
people just got
It's popular
triggered right
trash
now.
for sure.
But
we
but then
triggered a
again,
lot
this
of
isn't the first. This isn't the first time that Rin's called One Piece trash.
Yeah, she
So-
blatantly.
so they're
states
used to it by
every
now.
Hey,
single-
I'm gonna say it again. Betty Spaghetti Pirates that can't swim.
I'm gonna put
okay,
a
so back to
trigger level.
the back to Shield Hero though. Okay, so I like that you guys are telling me that they go into more exposition for the other
They
the other
do.
heroes, because my biggest problem is that like the problem my like top problems with Shield Hero is the isolation of the main character make him believe that he is by himself, and because he's by himself he thinks that he is the best, and so there's nobody who challenges him in a way that makes like real life sense. Everything is just, here's a
Yeah.
bully and the bully makes me feel bad, so I'm going to humiliate the bully. All of his support characters are just there to support him. They actually
Right.
don't have their own really good, well thought out plot lines. They're not even side characters, they're just NPCs. And
Well-
that really frustrates me for power fantasies, because the power fantasy is a monologue as
Yeah.
a story. Like
Yes,
it
Yeah.
might
but
as
it
well
is-
have been
It's the trope itself.
Yeah.
yeah, it
takes
might
over.
as well just be a one-man show with a bunch of like bobbleheads that are
Yeah.
like it talking
Yeah.
to himself. It's a
That is
13-year-old boy
completely
talking to
different
his
in the-
toys.
Yeah, it's completely different in the light novels though, because like
Yeah.
even Raftalia has more of like a over
Yeah, she actually has, like, her
overarching
own
personality.
arc.
Like she
Zero
has her own. No, she has her own arc in the light novels.
That is
so. It's
awesome.
like
Yeah,
Yeah.
she has. They actually both of them do. Even the
all of them, all of the
Philo?
side characters, all the
Philo
side
has her own
characters that
arc.
get brought in.
Raftalia has their own arc. You actually get to see a ton more about each of the other heroes and why they're like the way that they are. You get to see why the spear hero is the way that he is.
Yeah,
and
what's
you
his
also,
name,
you also get
Matsuya?
more reason.
Is it
Matsuya?
Matsuya?
Like, the prob- the-
Matsuya?
I
Yeah.
think
The
so.
problem was that like within the first episode, they were presented as Chads, and then they never changed. They just were Chads the entire time. And so,
Yeah.
watching this and you're
I
just
don't
like,
disagree.
yeah, when you're watching the anime and you're thinking about it, it's just like it's literally just a lens for the author to be like, hey, at least the
Yeah.
director of the anime
Let's
to be
make-
like, hey,
let's
I was
make, like, the
bullied when I
most-
was in middle school.
Let's make like the most like picked on character and the most otaku-ish character, as they like to call it, become the Chad of the whole series. Yeah, it's that trope. It really is.
Yeah,
And-
it's
And they also go into, in the light novel, they go into more into like how these people entered this world. and how it played into their psychology of like why they act the way that they do. But they don't show that as like personally in the anime, and they don't even do as good of a job in the manga, which I think is the issue here, because if they did a better job in the manga, the anime would be a lot higher tier than what it currently is. And so we can put a little bit of that onto the manga making and how the plot was developed.
Essentially,
but
this discussion is just about like how terrible the anime adaptation is compared to the light novel.
The anime adaptation made it trash, but the actual storyline, if we went all the way back to the light novel, is actually pretty great.
Yeah.
And they do a lot more. They do a lot more with the psychology and reasoning behind characters in the light novel.
Right.
Yeah,
But
the
I
light
will agree
novels
with
are
Stella.
far superior to the anime, but I think that's also the reason why I like
Agreed.
the anime so much is because I know the story.
Mm-hmm.
So bad but good, right?
I'm just waiting
not
for
bad,
a power
it's just
fantasy. Yeah, I'm just waiting for a power fantasy that like can stand up to like Western criticism.
Oh, that's a misfit of Demon King Academy.
Oh
my
no!
God.
I watched the first episode. I'm like, no, I'm gonna turn this off. Turn this right off.
Stella,
It's
Stella,
so bad.
thank you.
though.
Stella, thank you. Thank you
bad.
so much. Oh my God, I was telling him so
Go, Eddie.
bad. I was like,
Go for it.
like, yo,
This gotta be Eddie's.
So I watched it.
Go for it,
So I
Eddie.
watched the first episode, or first 6 episode twice because Mark and Ty were like, "It's great," and I was like, "Yo,
Dude,
this
it's
looks
fucking crazy.
It looks
It's
like
ridiculous.
grade A trash.
It's ridiculous.
Like, it looks
It's
like
a trash anime. It's
It
a
is
good trash
absolutely
anime.
trash.
Like it's so like I don't know, just watching it like the anime, it's just not good. It is just not good. It made me like cringe. Like I was like, dude, this
Okay.
is
It is,
Fine.
okay, it is
Fine.
cringy. It is cringy.
It's
But
absolutely cringy.
I can
100%.
say when he comes out and he's a baby and he just goes, Ono's folding old.
I was like,
I lost my shit.
only
Okay,
1
I
month
lost my
old.
shit. 1 month old.
Yeah,
I lost
so
my shit. So it's like it's definitely a trash anime for sure. But on the like the funny side
Like
of it, it is pretty.
Yeah.
It's good for that aspect.
It's
It's kind of
over
like
the
one of
top.
those like it's kind
It's
of one of those
self-aware.
like yes, it's
Yeah.
self-aware. So it's kind of one of those like hidden gems that's
That's it.
so bad that it's good. You know what I mean?
the
Because
thing
it's
is that
supposed
like
to be
I
cheesy.
can't. Absolutely, I can't criticize things that are self-aware, like satirical
Yeah.
level,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
inside
Yeah,
baseball
it's
type of anime.
meant to be
That's
a
why, like, that
satire on
wasn't
the
really on
entire
my
art.
scope. Yeah, whereas like Rising of Shield Hero was not self-reflective at all. But like with the Misfit Demon Academy thing, it is definitely very self-aware as to what it's trying to provide for its fans.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
see,
could definitely
Misfit
see that.
of Demon King is extremely self-aware, and
That's why I like it, though.
they're self-aware to the point that they take everything and they times it by 11. It's not on like One Punch Man level satire, but it's pretty close.
We're
Yeah.
not,
And
we're not
it's
talking
pretty-
about the ultimate anime yet, though. Like the ultimate bad but good, and that's
Wait,
Mr. Peter Grill.
What's that?
it was
Peter Grill and the
it was like
Peter
an
Grill.
anime
First time.
and it was a masterpiece.
If you don't know, Stella,
Eddie, go for it.
last
Go for it,
there
Eddie.
was an anime called Peter Grill, and it's
Let Eddie
it-
take care of this
it's-
one.
go.
Dude, it's just this dude that gets into hella funny sexual relations by accident when he's just trying to be like this true guy for this one girl. But it never ends up that way. All these people try to smash him, and he's like, "No, this penis is mine." But he ends up fucking up every time. And then
It's an anime, by the way.
Yeah,
not a
and-
hentai.
Yeah, it's not
Alright.
it's not a hentai, but it's just
It's like on the level of interspecies.
yeah, but
Cool.
but
It gets really
no, but
bad.
is it good? Like, do you think I should go watch it?
no, it's
funny.
trash.
So bad.
It-
I love interspecies. I
it's
worship
absolute
interspecies.
trash.
It's trash.
Oh,
but
no,
it's
no, no,
so
it's
funny.
trash.
It's
It's
trash.
so
Okay.
terrible.
It's so trash, but it's
funny.
But it's so
Terrible.
But
good.
it's
You
a
know-
short.
you know-
It's a
oh my
short.
God.
It's only like what 10-minute episodes or like
Yeah, it's 10 minutes.
I'm down.
It's
Check it
10-minute
out.
episodes, and each of them is like so he's engaged to
one girl.
this one girl, and this one girl is so pure she doesn't even know what sex is.
Yeah, she
thinks
believes in the short.
she thinks that
How
you
I love
and your
hentai
husband
to start.
she thinks that her husband and her are supposed to sit at an altar and pray, and then suddenly a baby pops up. And that's how you have sex.
That's how.
And then the main character knows what sex is, and he's like his fiance, like everyone knows that his fiance doesn't know anything about it. And so they're all trying to get with him to be like, because he's the strongest man in the world.
Yeah, he's basically
and
the
they
best
all
in the
want his
world,
genes.
Apparently, like he's number
And
one
he's
at the
cool
top
with
list.
like not sleeping with his wife. And being
no,
celibate.
No, he's not.
no.
He's not at all. He
Cool,
wants
I'm ready to
like,
watch
He
this. It
wants,
sounds
to,
great.
he wants to sleep
It is
with his
trash
fiance
for sure,
so
but
bad.
it's still it's funny enough to the point where you don't care that it's trash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's still
yeah.
to
Like,
put it in
plus-
context. So like
he wants
when
to
I
sleep
was
with her
watching
so
this-
bad that it like pains him,
Yeah,
Beautiful.
and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
when I was watching
That's
this
the
anime,
reason why
right?
he messes up so bad with all these other girls.
Dude, there's nothing as like full of pent up energy as Japanese celibacy.
Yeah, it's so funny.
100%,
It's the
yeah.
trope of itself. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that he just can't be a celibate is what brings the comedy
I think
to
what's
it.
even funnier about this is like I was watching this anime last season, and the thing is, I know it's trash, and I was watching it, and I thought to myself like, why am I watching this anime? Like, I know it's trash. I know they don't show a lot of things. They imply a lot of things, and they show, you know, like the censored stuff and all that. But
all
in my
day.
thought process, I was like, why do I keep tuning in and keep clicking on it to watch the new
I think it's
episode
so
every
good.
fucking
Yeah.
week?
Oh, Stella, I also, this is one of those animes where I do believe there's also an uncensored version of it.
Beautiful. Excellent. I am down. You
Yeah.
guys know I just
It's-
love comedy hentai.
Like, yeah, you'll definitely
yeah.
you'll definitely breeze through this like in like 2 hours.
You'll get a kick out of
It's like
this.
2
Yeah.
hours
It-
of just
You
fun,
may cringe
realize it's fun.
sometimes, but it's so bad.
It's on its a
I'm
class of
that
its
it
down.
kind
own.
of just
I'm gonna
makes
call
you
it
chuckle a
the
little.
Peter. I'm gonna call it the grill theory. Or
I mean-
no.
I mean,
Oh gosh.
Cool.
there's other
Don't do
bad
it.
greats like Keijo.
Don't call
That's
it that.
Oh man,
Keijo-
Keijo was trying too hard.
But
It was trying too hard.
It was-
It's like
Grill
go
culture.
home, Keijo. You're drunk. You're embarrassing yourself. Like it's like that one girl who like it's like, oh my god, like are my boobs really weird in this dress? And she
Valley
just
girl.
shows it, and everyone else is like, we're trying to talk about D&D right now. Is this appropriate? And like that's what Keijo feels like. You know.
but
Like,
then-
I don't feel
Yeah,
this
see,
right
see
now.
this one has more context of like everyone knows that he's the strongest man in the world, and so every country or every race is trying to get him to impregnate one of their daughters.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
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 That's the power fantasies I can get behind.
10-minute episodes. If you guys want to binge it, for our listeners and our viewers now, go ahead and watch it. It's on Crunchyroll. It's called Peter Grill
and
and
the philosopher's time.
the
Yes.
Philosopher's
Yeah.
Time. Yeah. And go ahead and watch it. 10-minute episodes. It's you just watch the whole thing through, and it's like a movie, right?
Yeah, those 10 minutes go by
Yeah.
really fast though when watching it.
Amazing.
They
They
go by
do.
really fast. You're like,
Love it.
Don't watch it at work though.
Yeah.
Don't watch it
It's,
at
it's,
work,
it's
yeah.
not it's not one of those things that you can watch at work. Let me
No,
tell you,
yeah.
even if it's censored, don't do it.
Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's bad.
And if you're gonna watch it around other people, unless they're other degenerates like
It's-
us, put headphones in.
Yeah, if anything, it's
Please.
that stereotypical meme where whenever you watch anime, whenever somebody walks in, it's those type of animes you don't want people to
Oh my
walk
God.
in. It has the sounds, it has the looks, it has everything that you could think about where somebody that's not cultured enough will be like, "What the fuck are you watching?" It's that anime.
Okay. Even though, so my boyfriend's cultured, and even he walked in when I was watching it and was like,
The fuck you watching?
"What are you watching over there?"
It's porn. It's porn. It's definitely. I'm definitely watching porn. I'm a normal
and
person.
I was like, it's this anime on
It's the
Crunchyroll.
stereotype. Yeah.
It really is.
Because he walked in when I was watching Interspecies Reviewers too, and I was just like,
That's a good show.
It's like, yo, come sit down. I'm gonna give you
Yeah.
a learning.
I was like, you need to watch this. I don't think he's watched it yet, but I told him, I was like, you need to watch this because
Come
it's
around.
Oh my god! I
hilarious.
sat down with my friends on a couch and we all watched all of Interspecies Reviewers together. They fucking loved it. They loved it so
It's
much.
It's
so good.
hilarious. It's
It's
so
good.
funny.
I want more. Need chapter 2.
I
please.
need season two of Interspecies Reviewers.
Hopefully, announcement might come out soon. Maybe.
Yeah,
We'll
that'd be
see.
great.
Yeah,
That'd be
awesome.
fantastic.
But
we do need to end up wrapping up.
Yep. Like
So
Eddie, did you ever say yours though?
Keijo, Dragon
Oh,
Ball.
Keijo, yeah.
Dragon Ball.
Dragon
Go
Ball?
for it.
I think Dragon Ball's
Go
trash.
for it.
I think.
What about
oh wait,
Rin?
no, Dragon Ball Z is trash.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like,
Wait. Don't get me wrong. Dragon Ball was amazing. Dragon Ball Z, trash.
yes, especially
Trash.
right now as an adult, guys, like viewers, go watch Dragon Ball and then
Rin
watch
over
Dragon Ball
here.
Z,
Yeah,
and you're
Dragon
gonna
Ball
be
Z is
like,
trash.
Yeah.
holy shit,
yeah.
Dragon Ball is underrated. It's amazing. The character
Yeah.
development
Yeah.
stories, like different kinds of characters, representation. You know, like
It
I
was
know
so
that there's
good.
like some little racist things that they drew, but in general, they were like very representative in Dragon
time
Ball. They
period,
were
yeah.
beyond their time. It was
was
amazing.
And then
They were
Z.
like the Star Trek of anime.
And then
Like, you know how Star Trek included all the races and everything,
yeah,
even
yeah.
though they were like fighting and at war? That was the original Dragon Ball.
Want to say,
Yeah.
if you're gonna watch Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z for the first time,
Are you gonna talk about Kai?
don't watch it in Japanese.
What?
Watch it in English.
Oh.
I'm gonna
I
say
agree.
that is one
That's
of the
an
one
acquired
animes.
taste.
That's no. I'm saying it because in Japanese, Goku sounds and talks like a straight country bumpkin.
Oh.
And it is
It's pretty off-putting, actually.
pretty,
I will
very,
agree.
very, very terrible. If you're gonna watch it and you're watching it for the first time, even if you listen to sub, watch the English.
Here's the other
Yeah.
trigger level warning right there.
Wait.
Because there's people that actually.
I don't like
hardcore
English
fight
dub.
it.
I do not like English dub. And I'm telling you, watch the English because Goku in Japanese
Wow, we're gonna get a lot of hate this
just-
episode.
I know. I'm
just
sorry.
unbearable.
I'm fine with that.
Goku in Japanese is unbearable. It's unbearable. He's just far more stupid than he's actually supposed to be portrayed. He's a country
Stella,
bumpkin. He's a country
I'll just say
bumpkin.
this
Like
right now.
he'll be like, oh yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
Like, that's
He's
what he
definitely
does.
that
That's what he
high-pitched
does.
version.
Like,
Yeah.
that's what he does
I
in
totally
the
see
Japanese
it.
version. And it's just I can't. It's just it ruins the story because Goku is so goddamn stupid that like
the American voice actors are fantastic and
Yes.
consistent.
and
throughout.
the
Yeah.
American voice actors. I love Piccolo's American voice actor. I love Vegeta's American voice actor. I prefer 100% Goku's American voice actor. Like,
Yeah.
and granted,
even like young Goku, young Krillin,
Yeah.
they all have wonderful voices.
Mhm.
Even like the voice actor for Bulma, they changed her a few times, but they so good.
Yeah.
I'm watching all of Dragon Ball right now, and
okay.
it just it ages so well,
yeah.
you guys. Like the animation is freaking phenomenal.
yeah, and don't get me wrong, I like Dragon Ball Z in Japanese. It's just Goku in Japanese that really, really ruins the story because you have to listen to him talk. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
that's
the issue.
Yeah.
You were saying, Eddie?
Yeah, I just I think last year I watched DBZ like in its entirety, and that was like after like 15 years of not watching it, and I was like, how did I love this shit as a child? This shit was horrible.
It's those
What the
filler
fuck?
episodes. I would call them filler episodes. If
I
anything,
mean,
those
I guess
standstill episodes.
you realize how many like plot holes are there in the show and like all this stuff when you're older, but you didn't notice it when you were younger watching it like episode by episode. So yeah, but Dragon Ball is far superior.
Yeah, I agree.
Way
So good.
I mean, if we're gonna go that far,
But-
Sailor Moon is also a trash best anime.
Oh,
And that's one of my favorite animes of like all time is Sailor Moon.
yeah, I was about to go
I
to
would
your
still
end.
say
Trash though.
it's a bunch
I
of
don't think it
magical
is.
girls using the power of love and friendship to throw bubble beams and hearts at bad guys. I mean,
She's
it's
not wrong.
That's not too bad though. I don't know. I feel like
no, but
it's not
no, like I
trash
said,
because it's well thought out.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I said, it's like my favorite anime. Like, I mean, my whole
Yeah.
like Twitch theme is
Sailor Moon.
like all my usernames
Yeah, no,
are
she's
Sailor Moon.
literally
Come on.
Sailor
Definitely don't
Rin.
downplay it.
I'm
Like Sailor
literally
Moon
daily-
actually.
yeah.
Yeah, Sailor Moon actually does a lot more like underneath the hood than
Yeah.
most other shoujo anime out there.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
if like
Oh,
you go
absolutely.
in and you
Product
just
of
like
its
look at
time.
it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a product of its time, but like the storyline, the sophistication of like the characters and their relationships with each other are really, really well written and well thought out.
Fantastic.
And as a girl, a lot of those relationships were very realistic. Like they weren't just some trashy storylines. They actually made sense to me. The fact that oh my god, I'm not gonna remember anyone's names, but Sailor Mars, who was this like bitchy jealous girl all the time, I think that that's so realistic. Like that's amazing to me than to have all 5 of them act like Amy.
Yeah,
you know, if all of them act like Sailor Mercury, I would throw up. But each one of them was so unique, had their own problems, and had jealousy and envy. Like that's wonderful. That's really well written.
Sailor Mercury's my favorite.
I agree.
Too.
Yo, I love Sailor Mercury so much.
My favorite one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ray definitely had that like cuz she was a shrine girl too. So like just seeing the fact that she's like the thing is like she's a shrine girl, so you would assume that she didn't have all that anger and like jealousy and stuff like that. But like in reality, she's just like one of those just I'm going to beat you, like she's a Sundari kind of.
Yeah. And the fact that like it was also sorry, you were saying?
I was just saying she's like Hori from Horimiya.
Yeah.
She's like pretty on the outside, and then once you get her alone, she has this like terrible temper.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and then you have Usagi or Serenity, who constantly eats, constantly sleeps, never does any of her homework, doesn't study, like is a literal moron like half the time.
But hashtag relatable. Yeah, like that's what I really like about her as a main character. Is that
like she's a crybaby.
They balance her flaws so well with her virtues.
With her strongs, her strengths, And
that's what makes her so complex as a character. Also, the fact that the anime was like a fashion icon, even to this day, right? Like the aesthetics developed in that show are far superior than any other anime nowadays that are trying to like create aesthetic that fail completely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, so like I always talk about how like I build keyboards. I was just talking to Rin like last week about like, oh yeah, Sailor Moon. They're like you could literally base a keyboard off of anything, and I found the most beautiful keycap set that is literally based off of Sailor Moon. Like one of the designers for it, I think they have Sailor in their name as well.
Rin, is that you?
And you can Rin is a keycap designer. It literally has the purple, it has the pink, it has the gold, it has the white. And I was like, oh my god, I love the aesthetics of this. Sailor Moon really was like a fashion icon that to this day, even the color scheme just translates into so much. And I love it. I love the designs.
Yeah, you guys can see my little Sailor Moon. Look at my little Sailor Moon keychain thing. So wait, where's my finger? Ah!
I see it. That's awesome.
But other than that, like, so we got just to go back. So we have Stella's all-time
Rising of Shield
trash.
hero.
Yeah, trash but good. Rising of Shield hero. We got Sai. What was yours again?
Oh, mine was crap. Which one was it?
High School DxD.
No, mine was High School. Oh no. Mine was Dead. No, mine was High School of the Dead.
Oh, High School of the Dead. That's right.
School Days.
Yeah, it is
March
School
Days.
I love it.
No, actually, you know, I've never said my main one. I was just naming off one.
I think
mine was
did I ever
Koito Uso or fucking Love and Lies.
Oh, that one's a masochist.
That one's just trash.
That's a
Guilty
masochist
pleasure.
It's just trash.
That one's just trash. It's trash. I
was a masochist and I still wanted to watch it. Or I could say Chivalry of a Failed Knight. There you go.
Damn it, that was mine.
No.
I was gonna say that thing's a power fantasy. It is explicitly a power fantasy, and it's not even that amazing.
Yeah, that was mine.
It still has
Chivalry.
a huge following to this day, and that was gonna be mine. I actually didn't say mine yet, and that was gonna be it.
I thought Irregular.
I did talk about. Nah, Irregular is trash, but I don't think it comes as close to being as trashy as
Regular's
Chivalry of a
trash.
Failed Knight.
Lovers out there.
My boyfriend would have made the same face because he loves Irregular Magic High School.
Eddie's face was literally just like,
dude, there's so much trigger. Like there's like the trigger levels are like off the charts at this point. We kind of Yeah,
That was
we're
great.
gonna get hate. That's for sure.
Yeah, but chivalry of a failed knight is so trash because it is literally this guy. He's super weak. Literally that plot that you're talking about with Shield Hero is chivalry of a failed knight.
But
it's
it has
super weak.
romance in
He's
there.
super like
wholesome romance. I love it.
wholesome romance.
Now if he doesn't steal underwear either, so that's the thing.
Yeah, he's
At least he doesn't
he's-
steal.
he basically just goes up and Stella.
It's
the
like
girl's
the
name is
first
Stella, by the way.
episode. It's like the first episode. You're like, he's going around stealing panties?
Konosuba?
I can't. Don't even get me
How
started.
did Konosuba
Don't
not get on
even
here?
get-
How did Konosuba
because
not make it
Konosuba
here?
is pure trash. It's not good at all.
No, it's really good for me.
Fuck
I love
Aqua. I hate
it.
Aqua
I love
so much.
Konosuba
She
as well.
I
ruins
love
the
I think
whole
Rin, you're the
Everyone
lowest
here
number
loves
here for this.
Konosuba, but
Aqua
Rin.
so
Everybody loves
much.
Konosuba
Rin.
here.
I want to be her.
I hate her.
Darn.
She's like, okay, so like everything else about Konosuba is okay. It's fine. It's good. I like all the other. I like
It's funny
Darkness.
as
I like
fuck.
Megami.
Yeah.
I freaking hate
Darkness.
I hate Aqua so much.
Darkness.
Tell me about why you hate her.
Because she's
I
so
stand Darkness.
she's useless. All she does is cry and scream and yell and just lay on the floor like like I can't fucking stand it. I can't. I hate her so much. I hate her.
So
like,
the reasons
people-
why I love her are very similar to the reasons why you hate her. Okay, so I love this. Okay, so I find Konosuba to be a very self-aware anime, and they write
Yes, it is.
yeah. things in there
They
on
do.
purpose, right? So
Yeah.
that's why I love
absolutely.
it so much because it's like fucking so
It's a
self-aware.
satire.
So the reason why I love Aqua so much is because she's so fucking
the
useless. She loves
trope.
getting drunk. She loves doing stupid party tricks that make absolutely no fucking use in the real world application. She has high stats, but then really low like actual intelligence. Like
Yeah.
is basically
zero.
a burden
It's a zero.
on the whole group
But they know
and causes terrible plot problems. But the thing is that she's still a goddess, so she like still has this, god powers that she uses every once in a while. And she is like the like center of a lot of like the issues that come up with the group, right?
Maybe I should give it
So
another
I
shot.
see
don't know.
myself in her a lot.
Just think about
I
this,
see.
Rin.
Maybe that's
I
why.
feel like she is me personified.
Maybe that's why
and
I hate
love
her.
it.
Maybe that's why I hate her because like there's a lot of things where I'm just
I mean,
like
Rin, just think about it for a second. Like,
no.
the writer knew that he was writing this character this way.
No.
He knew he was writing this character this way. I mean, Stella,
Rin's not having any of it.
Stella already like,
No, I get
mentioned
it.
She
Girl,
she
no,
mentioned
I
it.
get it. The same reason. Like this is Shield Hero versus Konosuba. Like I get it, right? Like I am fully aware of why Aqua is the worst, but that's why I
She's the
love her
satire.
so much.
She's the
like
satire
it's not
character.
just, but it's not just the satire. It's like the fact that she's unapologetically terrible,
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's
that's
why
true.
I love her so much. Is because she's not this like perfect, virtuous character. She
Yeah.
has so many stupid flaws,
And that's me in
and-
real life.
That's why.
That's
why I hate
Oh
her.
my
That's why I hate her.
Did we just reveal something?
Hashtag
I'm
relatable.
fucking
Oh my
useless.
God.
Okay, I'm useless. I cry over everything. Like
Me and Sai
Girl,
are
do
the
you
same
like to
right
get
now.
drunk and party?
That is
You want to go suck some lobster tails? Let's do crab legs with some sake. Hell yeah! See,
even
like that's
even and just like Aqua, even if you don't got the cash, you'll do it anyway.
Yep.
right. It's just
Dumb.
like
No consequences.
I-
just
That's
go.
literally
I just
why I
love how
love her.
different
that's why I'm
she
on the
is.
internet like cosplay, even though I can't afford it. I'm like, I'm gonna buy this.
That's literally that's also me though. I really want to do Rokuro from like Twin Star Exorcist.
Like, let me
But
buy $100 worth of
it's-
clay so I can make Jiro's headphones and not actually make them. I
right,
still
well, we
have the
gotta-
clay in a box.
We gotta cut this episode now. So
Yeah,
we've been going
There we
longer
go.
than it should have been.
we've hit the gold mine of trash but
Yeah.
amazing anime with a satire that is Konosuba.
delicious.
Good. Bad but good.
To Rin's great dismay.
Yeah. So
But there we go.
thank you guys for listening. If you guys want, Stella, what's your handles?
Stellachuu. Find me on everything. I stream. I Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. I'm literally all over the internet, constantly creating content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll put the links in the description, as well as all of our links, and basically our different Twitches. We're all on Twitch now.
Yes, we are all
Yeah,
on Twitch.
I
Also,
actually made the switch to Twitch just this
speaking-
last week.
Speaking of Twitch, we don't know when it's gonna happen, but eventually the Otaku crew is going to be planning a stream.
A what? A what?
what?
Excuse me.
We're eventually going to take like a day or a night to all get together and play some Monster Hunter World on stream
yeah.
together.
Or
We just don't know
something.
when that's gonna happen, but
And we're also
But
working
keep an
to
eye
do
out
the
for it.
live.
Yeah. We will be doing a Monster Hunter run through from the very beginning, because I think most of us don't have it on PC.
No, we all have it now.
Yeah.
we all have it on
Oh,
PC
yeah, we all
now,
have
but
it
I
on
haven't
PC
even
now.
opened it. And we did
Yeah.
stream together Phasmophobia the other night. I can highlight it and throw it up so we can throw it up on the Otaku
I suck.
stuff. That way you guys can see it. So you can
Yeah,
see
and-
Eddy die.
Yeah, and
Yeah, so
we're
now that
working
we're
on
all
a
on
lot of
Twitch,
stuff
yeah.
right now. We're working on getting. We have our studio finally. Hopefully, Stella, you will join us one day in the studio.
When
When
COVID,
COVID
is
is-
no
yeah,
COVID
longer
is not a
such
problem
a-
anymore, and I get a vaccine.
True.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if you
Exactly.
guys
Yeah.
like baking and Among Us, go check out Stella over here.
Stella.
Yeah, she does a lot.
One of the
Yeah.
hardest
If you
workers
guys
in the
haven't
scene.
noticed, in the background, you can already see the dumb sticky note with the helmet.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
This is an
I
egg.
really love.
Oh, it's an egg.
I really
Yeah.
love
It's an
that
egg.
egg that you made.
She recently did a
I have-
cosplay of an Among Us
I think I
character.
remember
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
saying that
Oh
it's
my
sticky,
God.
isn't it?
I have extra eggs. I
Wait,
fucking
isn't it
love
are
these
you
eggs.
selling
eggs.
those?
Nah, you can buy them on Amazon, dude.
Oh,
Don't buy them from me.
Oh,
buy them on
oh,
Amazon. That's where I got
thought
it.
you made them. I was like,
Cut out the middleman.
Never mind.
Nah,
but
I
yeah.
make stickers and cookie cutters based on Among Us.
There you go. Yeah, go
Yay.
check out her streams because she's been doing a lot of baking lately, and I think that's gonna be your main thing now, right? For a little bit.
It was whatever.
Oh,
I'm a
okay,
variety
okay.
streamer. Like fucking 6 months ago, I was doing something different. Like, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay,
I'm so
gotcha.
inconsistent with my content.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe one day we can all get together and do like a stream with you too, Stella. Maybe where we're
Yeah.
talking
We'll
more
see.
anime or playing games, or
Baking.
Yeah, definitely.
Or
Talking
baking.
anime while playing games.
or you could teach us your ways. You know,
Why
we
not
don't
both?
know.
I want to eat your noms.
Cool.
Your noms look really good when you're baking.
Her noms do look great.
They
I am
They
literally
look good.
watching every single one of her baking streams. I usually just don't say anything because her chat's always like.
Oh yeah.
Thank you,
And,
though.
like-
I really appreciate
Well,
it.
let's start wrapping this up, guys. So,
Yeah.
let's do some housekeeping real quick. So, like I said, we got Stella in the description, all her handles. Everybody's handles as well on this podcast will be there as well. We're all on Twitch now. We're all doing stuff. Now we also have
My
the
name
studio.
is no longer complex anywhere. You no longer have to spell Scythian. It's literally just Sci My Guy
right.
everywhere. That is a big plus for me.
There we go. Also, we have the studio update. We're gonna have new stuff on our Patreon soon, including the OtakuIRL series episode, the Food Wars series episode, the Sword Art Online series episode, because they all ended, and we are officially going to be doing the actual full reviews only on Patreon, so that you can see all that and go into in-depth discussion. Because sometimes we just can't talk about it because of timing, and we want to put a dedicated episode for it, especially for
Yeah.
Series N. So we have that.
Also, I believe we're going to be doing an Evangelion Series N because they're going to be finishing up the last
That's
movie
true.
Yep.
and releasing it soon.
3.0
So we'll be able to do Evangelion as well.
Plus
Um,
1.0.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
probably won't be in that episode because I haven't watched any of the new stuff.
Are
You're
there-
good.
Yeah.
It's
That's
all
still
good.
far ahead, anyways.
It's so far ahead. We have to finish all those other reviews and then we'll hit
Yeah.
Evangelion. So
And
you
then,
have
and
you
then
have
of course,
months.
we have our hentai show coming up,
H
which
Otaku?
I think we all
are we
Agree.
naming it Hotaku?
H
We're naming it
Otaku,
Hotaku.
aka Hotaku.
H-Otaku Hotaku.
Hotaku.
Stella's like, what the fuck?
I'm not saying shit. I'm excited.
I still think the Hentaku was better, but whatever.
I mean, well, I think we'll settle with Hotaku, and we're still thinking about the series.
We're doing a playoff of H anime.
Yeah, H anime.
If anyone knows that website,
No, hashtag not sponsored. Please sponsor.
Yes,
please.
This podcast.
Cool.
This portion of the
I
podcast
love you,
is
H
sponsored
anime.
by H. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Well, other than that, we got the studio set up, so we're planning to do all that. Hopefully, we'll have Fruitcake as well come in physically on our actual studio, and we'll do a studio episode of that as well.
Fingers crossed.
Now, guys,
Cool.
if you don't want to do the Patreon, we do. If you guys really like us and you want to give us some ratings, please go on podchaser.com, look us up for OtakuIRL, rate us there, review us there, put your reviews there, or if you have Apple Podcasts, rate us there as well. It will help us grow, and the algorithm will get better, and you can see us more. We saw what you guys did for Deep Hitty's episode. We had over
That was amazing.
We had over like close to 230.
All of you guys that listened to the Deep Hitty episode.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That blew my mind because our highest episode prior to that, we were averaging around like 70 listens, and then suddenly we were at like almost 230, and I was like,
we growing, guys.
And now we have video.
Yeah.
So
I
this might
also I want to give a shout out to Hey Guy. Whoever Hey Guy is,
Hey
you
Guy.
are the MVP because I have seen you in every single one of our streams, and you came from the
Oh my
podcast.
gosh.
So,
And Jonathan Ortega as well. Like I said.
Hey, Jonathan, my man.
But
He's also a local.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
But other than that, guys, thank you so much for listening and watching our new video podcast and audio podcast. Of course, this will be on Anchor, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, all
Everywhere.
of those. Where
If you can
every
think of
major
it, we're there.
Yeah. And thank you again,
And
Stella.
YouTube now too.
Thank you
Yeah, of
so
course.
much for being here.
Thanks for having me, you guys.
It is always a pleasure.
But other than that, guys, thank you so much. We're out. This is OtakuIRL. Later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.